Alright, so you want to play as a Zombie Lord Necromancer in Last Epoch. So this Last Epoch build is really nice if you actually want to have this big zombie army. As always, let me show you gameplay of Necromancer and then you can easily decide do you want to play as this class. So, what we can do? We can summon zombies. They will go and blow themselves up. Also, as you can see, we got this skeleton warriors behind us. And when we're summoning the skeleton warriors, right now we're using them as teleport. So we're teleporting and some minions teleporting with us. We got two races, so race 1, race 2, and also bone golems. I got 2 of them. So basically when you summon all your summons, you don't need to do anything more. You're just going, running around, and just from time to time summoning zombies. And also we got Dread Shade skill, so we can just cast Dread Shade from time to time on our zombies or on our minions, and they will be more strong for next, I don't know, maybe 15 seconds. Let's just watch over here. We see it in the bottom left, Dread Shade, it's still online. So you can basically cast it one time and it stays really for a long time. But you can recast it on different minions. Still, it's not super useful. So gameplay is super simple. If you don't like, to kite, do a lot of stuff, do a lot of magic, pressing lots of buttons, and you just want to go through this game by running around and watching how your zombies doing your job for you. Oh bro, then this build is for you. Let me show you how to do it. So, if you enjoyed this gameplay, if you want to play as Necromancer, then watch closely. Because now I will explain all skills, how to level them up, all passives, and how to level them up too. When you're just starting out as Goliath, you want to play with Reblood, Summon Skeleton, Bone Curse, Transplant, and maybe Wandering Spirits. It will be more than enough for leveling up when you get in some points in some categories, get Summon Bone Golem, and then when you unlock Necromancer, you will level up a little bit and unlock all other skills we need. You will get Summon Wraith from the start, then Summon Skeleton Mage, and then finally you will get Dread Shade. And this final build will look like this. On our panel we got Summon Bone Golem. You just press and you will summon Bone Golems. Few of them with my build. I got 2 golems, not 1. We got Summon Wraith, and normally Wraith got their health depleting, but with my build, they always alive and fight on your side. Also we got Summon Volatile Zombie, so these zombies, you already saw them, they just running around and then blow themselves up. And at the same time, they giving some debuffs on your enemies, very powerful dudes basically, and Dread Shade. Dread Shade normally will drain HP of your minions, but it gives aura that doing some damage, increasing power of other minions, so it's kind of powerful stuff. But when we're using minions as our main damaging source, basically you want to have Dread Shade on your minions so they're not dying. And that's why with my build we got this Dread Shade, and as you can see, no one basically dying. I mean, zombies is dying, but they always dying. But my Bone Golem right now being possessed with this Dread Shade, and it's basically on him, he will be completely fine. And last but not least, Summon Skeletal Mage, and instead of mages I got melee fighters, and I'm summoning them at teleport. So I'm teleporting and here we are, everyone teleports with me, and that's our fighters, Skeletal Mage fighters. We can summon 5 of them, and that's basically our army. They will fight by themselves. You can press A button so to control them if you want to, but they're doing fine on their on their own. Okay, let's start with our summons first. Let's go with Skeletal Mage. When you switch into full Necromancer build, you're leaving this awesome spell, which is Transplant, behind. So you kind of leaving yourself without ability to escape from enemy big attacks. So you possibly will be one-shotted really easily. That's why it's not a good idea to be without teleport, some kind of at least. And that's why we're leveling Skeletal Mages in this row. We're going to the left, 1 point over here in Putrid Essence, to give them chance to poison enemies, or Splintered Dominion, depending on what you like more. This gives more projectiles, additional projectile chance. And for melee skeletons it will give area of effect. So it will work for versions of skeletal mages. But because we kinda want our minions to tank, we want everyone to be melee minion. That's why it's really important to get rid of mages as soon as possible too. Then basically you get into points in this speed to increase attack speed and casting speed. Then you get into points in Assassin Frenzy. Now you have chance to activate Frenzy on mages when they hitting enemies, and it will increase their attack and casting speed. Very powerful. But we get into points just to get to Forbidden Arcana first, increasing damage, but again we're getting it only to get this node. Now we're teleporting on summon, but the skill now have cooldown. Before there was no cooldown, you can like summon a lot of mages instantly, but now it's cooldown and it becoming our traversal skill. But you don't want to leave your minions behind, that's why you want next node, Dash Cavalry, and now 9 minions will teleport with you on every teleport. So if you spend 3 points over there, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and plus 5. We got 9 minions, and basically every time we teleport, all 9 minions become our friends and teleport with us. Really, like, cool future. Now when you got all these needed nodes, you want to get this Order of Dash and also Dash Knights. So they called Dash Knights. To get Dash Knights, you go into the bottom right, Leech Life, get into points here. Now the skeletal mages will leech health on attacks and have increased health, so they're not dying too often. And then bottom right, Dash Knights. Now instead of mages, you get in Dash Knights. While you're leveling, get only important nodes and level them up after. So don't get 4 points in speed, get only 2 points, and then you can like level up the speed. But before you're going to level up all other nodes, level up Shadow Wardens to give more protection for these knights, and also Order of Dash to increase number of these skeletal knights. That's our Summon Skeletal Mage node. Next skill we're leveling up is Summon Wraith. Again, Wraith is really problematic dude. He will like deplete his health. That's why you want to instantly level up Locus of Resurrection. It will increase mana cost of Wraith. Then you want to get Haunting. They will have more health, so they will die less often. But at the time you unlock Wraith, probably you will have more than 4 levels in this skill, so you instantly can get Twin Spirits. Now Wraith no longer decaying health, but you got only 2 Wraiths maximum. That's totally okay for us. Then you can level up nodes like Dark Size for more attack speed, and also Sequel of Avarice to increase size, melee area, damage and health. I recommend starting with Sequel of Avarice and then getting Dark Size. Also Grave Reality, bottom left, is nice node to increasing health by increasing mana cost, but again that's fine, you can just summon them, they will survive a lot. And last but not least, Noxious Blades to give poison penetration and melee poison chance, and also Reapers, necrotic damage, and also Necrotic Hunger to give them necrotic damage increased and necrotic health leech. So let me talk a little bit about our scaling stuffs. This minions is physical damage and necrotic damage. I mean like most of them, physical, necrotic, melee. And that's why we kinda trying to make all melee. It will be a lot easier to build our gear around single minion type, because all our minions basically necrotic melee guys. But at the same time, they all scaling with intelligence, and at the same time, we will be building a little bit of damage over time. I will tell you everything about gear a little bit after I will explain what we do with our Bone Golem. Because our Wraith and skeleton mages kinda damage dealers. They melee characters, we standing at range, so they protecting us, but again, they doing damage. We need some tanky guys, and that's Bone Golems. It's very easy tree. I like to go to the right first and get in 5 levels in here. Our golems will move and attack faster. I mean 4 levels in here will be enough. Yeah, not 5. And then get in top rune for twinned golems. Now your golems get less health, less size, less damage. We don't need damage on these golems, but you summon 1 additional golem. Having 2 golems instead of 1 is really cool stuff, and you can get this node Ivory Twin it increasing damage. Again, we don't need damage too much, but still, it's a lot better than just having nothing. And especially because you're getting this bone golem as acolyte and not as a necromancer, and getting him pretty early in the game, it could be a really nice note to go through the campaign. Then you go into the bottom side and getting unnatural speed. Now your golem causes all nearby minions to move faster. That's really important note. Then we get in a little bit of sentinels to increase health and armor of nearby minions. And then we're making him tank finally, with Tower of Bones. So he will have increased size and also increased threat generated. So our enemies will more likely be attacking him. And also there's nice note over here, primalists, so you granting nearby minions armor. When they nearby the golem, everyone is melee, so all minions will have really high armor. Now let's talk about our zombies. We like summoning them from time to time, and that's almost like single skills that we're actually using in the game. So these zombies. In zombies, my suggestion, just get everything like you can. Get everything you can in every part of the screen. You're going to the top left, top right, bottom right. But in the top right, I don't like Army of Nightmares, instead I will pick Corpse Bane. And I like to go to the top left first, to increase summoning speed and mana efficiency of the skill, then get in Daunting Blast to increase stun chance, so they kind of supportive characters too, and then Deathful Horde. You will increase zombies per cast. It will increase mana cost, basically double it, but we got almost no spells, so who cares about 40 mana cost zombies. Then you can go to the right side into Ravenous to increase hit damage against bosses and rare enemies, also Pool of the Grave to increase threshold, and if zombies damage enemies below this threshold, they will instantly die and get 2 points in here. Also Horrific Vessels to make all damage that zombies making into necrotic damage. It will again scale them a little bit better. And also Corpse Bane is really nice, so your zombies will have ability to cast Mark of Dash, which will make enemies take 25% more damage basically, so really powerful stuff. Then go to the bottom left to give poison chance, zombies vomit on enemies with repulsive vomit, and wretched innards. Vomit will do more damage. And also Putridity. Vomit will have a chance to poison enemies each second, so they're becoming kind of poisonous guys. And now we get poison chance on our skeletal mages, on our wraiths, and also on our zombies. That's why minion damage over time is a really nice ability to have. Also, you can have a little bit into the right nodes, and again, with good gear, you will have around 25 levels in all skills, so you can level up all these nodes really easily. But what's in the right, you can increase explosion area of zombies. When they explode, they will heal you, so they kinda will be protective layer for you, really nice note too. And this affected by zombie max health, and your other characters like and other passives will increase zombie max health, so it's like kinda very nice and synergetic. But then you get in this note, Vital Ward, because you most of the time staying outside of the battle, you need Ward instead of health. So now when zombies will explode themselves, they will basically give you protection. That's super powerful stuff. And basically last but not least, the Red Shade. When you're leveling up the Red Shade, go instantly to the bottom right to increase area of the spell, get 2 points in here, and get this note, Lone Watcher. So before you can summon as much Red Shades as you wish, I guess there's no limit. But now there's only one Red Shade possible, but there's no point to spam them because each minion benefits only from one Red Shade aura, and this expires after 20 seconds. So it's 20 seconds of buff, but with Lone Watcher you will increase this 2 times, so basically it's now 40 seconds, more than enough to clear one monolith, and also it no longer drains health. That's super powerful stuff, so we just cast it and chill. And then just go to the bottom side to get Dying Goblin. This aura will increase attack speed and cast speed. And then we get in Blind Fury. So Red Shade now can blind your minions, but will increase attack speed and cast speed. Blind means you will have halved critical strike chance, but you're not counting on critical strikes from minion too much. You can scale them really good, so you don't care about it. And that's why we're focusing on poison damage a little bit and physical damage and necrotic damage. So just we don't care about crits, but increasing attack speed is really powerful stuff. This will more affect your range units, but we don't have range units, so we don't care. And then get points in Grim Fate. It will be top right from Dying Coven. Grim Fate will increase area of this buff, increase damage, and increase health decay, but we don't care, so that's really great buff. And then decide what you want. There's like 4 nodes that you can think of. Flash Harvest, Dreadshade grants increased effects of all buffs for each % of missing minion health. So if your minions starting to die, these effects will be more powerful. I like this node, so I take 3 points over here. Mana efficiency, you can take some points in here, but mostly in the late game when you get maybe additional points to get then Martyrdom for additional armor, just small buff. Before it, get Lingering Doom to reduce health decay. Again, it's not decaying, but instead of decaying, it will be increased damage taken for your minions. So reducing this decay is really nice stuff too. And also we'll do necrotic damage, additional necrotic damage. Give necrotic damage to your minions. And also Dusk Heart over here on the right. Minions affected by Dreadshade have a chance to inflict damage. Yeah, to reduce enemy health regen. And basically pretty nice little buff. That's our party. Now, before we go into passives, what about gear? How to actually make this stuff work? So first of all, this cool ring, cycle of putrescence, and you can easily farm this stuff from common drops. It's like pretty random drop, you can get it, but you can target farm it in Age of Winter. So from the first monolith you need to go to the top, and Age of Winter will be over here. It's level 90, but you can easily farm it. And this ring will basically give you ability that zombies will resurrect themselves automatically. That's super powerful stuff. You can even have double rings like this, or you can have this ring instead. It's a boreal circuit, and you can farm this ring basically in the same area in Winter Monolith. But this ring is really cool. It gives a lot of armor to minions. Right now with this ring, I'm getting plus 800 minion armor. That's crazy. And increased movement speed, so we kinda running a lot faster, clearing monoliths faster, giving movement speed additional for us and minions, and got some chance to summon tree when we get hit. It will basically distract enemies. For a helmet, you're looking for Wraith or Harbor. It will change how summon Wraith works, will make stronger Wraiths, so it's pretty fun helmet to have. Raven's Rise gloves for some additional necrotic resistance. It just fits the build really nicely. And also minions will take less damage while moving, because I'm moving most of the time. That's really nice stuff. And also +2 levels to minion spells. That's why we're picking these gloves mostly. And also Aaron's Will, really nice stuff. You get +1 Bone Golem. It's really cool stuff. And Bone Golems will be able to give you ward. So it's like a protection stuff at the same time. Really cool stuff. That's only unique, so you need to for this build to work really cool and super powerful. Other than that, basically you need a lot of minion physical damage, necrotic damage, melee damage, and damage over time. And that's basically it. Really easy to build, easy gear farming. And now let's go to passives. Also my loot filters, look at the pinned comment in my Google Sheet. There's a lot of loot filters for all my builds. And now let's go. So we're starting as Acolyte, of course, and we're getting some points in here. You don't need to level up it a lot, so spend 20 points and then finish this tree later. You're spending just 20 points in here, so it will be 8 points in Forbidden Knowledge to gain intelligence and necrotic resistance. It will give you more power for your spells early on, for your skeletons. And then you're getting 8 points in Stone Vitality to increase your vitality and also minion health. So your minions will be more tanky. It's more than enough for campaign. Then Dark Rituals, 4 points in here to increase attack speed and cutting speed of your minions. And that's basically it. For now, you're switching to Necromancer, but when you're getting back here, you want to have full these nodes, then 1 point input rate demise to increase poison resistance a little bit, and increase chance to poison nearby enemies on kill, getting 1 point in Soul Ages, basically to increase minion armor per every level you have, and few points in Eye of Damnation. Now you and your minions will do additional damage, necrotic damage, and also get chance to apply damage on hit, but we're getting these points just to get to the last node, Dominion of Rot, and you will deal increased poison damage and your minions have a chance to poison on hit. So you don't need this early on before you're really scaling with damage over time on minions, but it's really nice for late game when you like completing your build. Then after 20 points in Acolyte and before you finish these nodes, you're going into Necromancer as soon as you get to Necromancer, basically, in the campaign and leveling all these nodes. So, Elixir of Hunger will give you more health and Hunger duration. Hunger, basically when you use a potion, you and your minions get an additional attack speed and casting speed for 8 seconds. If you don't know mechanics of the game, you don't even need to use these potions. Basically, when your potions is full, you just run over potions and your character will kinda automatically consume these potions from the ground and buff your minions at the same time. Get few points in here, but make sure to level up Rising Army as fast as possible to 8 points over here. It will increase minion damage and attack speed and casting speed, so powerful node. Then get some points in Cursed Blood to increase physical damage and necrotic damage for your minions. But don't get more than 3 points for now, because you want to be able to shred enemy armor with minions to defeat enemies faster, so Aegis Fall, all 8 points going in Aegis Fall. And now going to the later stages of this tree, and bottom side is for protection. Don't focus on protection at first, go with the top side. It will be Frantic Summons to increase attack speed, minion attack speed, and minion casting speed. You're getting 5 points in here. Then River of Bones, increasing critical strike chance, critical strike damage leached as health for you and your minions. And then getting 3 points in Heresy, it will increase your intelligence and minion critical strike chance. And also Rotting Army is really powerful stuff to give your minions melee poison chance and increase minion poison resistance at the same time. And then you finally get in Blades of the Forlorn to increase minion critical strike multiplier, minion chill chance, and increased minion cold damage. You don't need a lot of points in here because we don't have like cold damage right now. We're not scaling with cold damage a lot, but a little bit for critical strike multiplier would be nice. And just getting this chill chance to around like 20% will be okay. Then Winds of Malice. Whenever you cast a spell, you sacrifice some of your health to grant your minions haste and frenzy for a duration. I like 5 points in here to increase this duration, and basically every time you cast your Dread Shade on your minions, you will give this buff to them. But there's cooldown of 10 seconds, so it's nice to have at least some duration. And then bottom tree, it's Tyrant, 1 point in here to increase health and introduce minion health. That's why you get only 1 point in here, don't get more, you don't want your minions to be squishy. Then 3 points in Clink of Life, plus Vitality and also resistance to minions. Then 3 points in Empty the Graves, increase health regeneration per minion. That's very nice because when we cast into Shade, we're using our health and it will regain pretty fast. But basically, finally we're getting Disciples of Necromancy to increase number of skeletal mages. So that's full tree. You don't need a lot of more points, but you can just get points in Cursed Blood if you want more necrotic and physical damage. Grave Thorns is a nice note or also. I don't have full points right now, but probably Grave Thorns is a nice point to pick. But if you want more cool stuff, go to the Lich and get some levels in Apocrypha to increase your intelligence and mana regeneration. And here is another cool node, it's called Desolation. You will have increased damage over time for your minions. So probably I'm going into this node next, and maybe I'm suggesting it too. I hope you enjoyed this build. It's really cool and funny if you want to just run around with zombie army, and you will have Blood Planet in last epoch. See you in the next videos. Also watch videos on the screen right now. It's cool builds too.